We have a follow-up tonight from Danville. A Texas attorney has offered to represent the city if it gets sued over a proposed ordinance targeting abortion access.
We told you about last night's heated Public Services Committee meeting. WCIA 3's Scarlett O'Hara breaks down the details.
This abortion clinic that is supposed to be coming here will be providing a service women in this community have never been able to have. And I think that, you know, a lot of people are very thick-headed, especially males, about no abortions.
Oftentimes men they suffer in silence when they find that a girlfriend or a wife has had an abortion.
Members of the public are showing their support of or opposition to a proposed ordinance that would impose fines for anyone shipping or receiving abortion pills or related supplies to preserve the, quote, convenience, morals, and welfare of all inhabitants within the city of Danville.
I wish to this day I had never murdered my child. That's exactly what it is.
I have no right to tell other people how to conduct their lives. I don't know what goes on in their lives.
Much of the discussion surrounded an abortion clinic that may open in Danville.
Are you saying that this will absolutely stop the clinic on Logan Street?
I don't think it will absolutely stop anything. They can continue to move forward.
Mayor Ricky Williams Jr. openly endorsed the measure, and when asked how it would be enforced, Williams assured the room police wouldn't be searching through the mail and said they'd rely on witnesses.
There's almost no murder that's ever witnessed. However, we are often able to prosecute the crime because of other evidence that exists. And I would take it that this would be a similar approach.
Police Chief Christopher Yates chimed in, explaining that violating a city ordinance is a ticket-only offense.
I'm not talking about abortions or anything else. I'm just saying pick your ordinance.
Item number 16. Mayor, I'm going to let you have this one.
Only one of 4 committee members voted against recommending the ordinance to the full council, citing internal counsel who estimates litigation fees could reach millions because they're not sure whether it would even be legal in the first place.
Alderman Ludwig?
Yes.
Teague?
No.
Williams?
Yes.
York? Pickering? Burt?
Yes.
You put that against other financial responsibilities like the pension debt and all of these other things. It just doesn't make sense to put ourselves in this position when we know that this isn't like the other states that have other laws on their books. This is Illinois.
Attorney Jonathan Mitchell told us he would represent the city at no cost in any litigation. We asked whether he would still agree if it cost millions of dollars, and we haven't heard back.